Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we will see how we can download and install latest version of Visual Studio Code in our computer and how we can set it up for writing and executing the C and C++ programs. Now in order to continue with this video, you have to download and install C and C++ compiler or toolset in your computer. If you haven't installed that, then I have a tutorial which explains how we can do that. Once C and C++ compiler is installed in our computer, we can go ahead and we can install VS Code and set it up for C and C++ programming. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to open up any browser that is installed in our computer. I have Microsoft Edge. I'm going to open it up, and then in the address bar we will enter the website address as code.visualstudio.com, and after that hit the enter button. It will open up the Visual Studio Code official website, and here we can straight away see the download option for Windows. That's because I'm browsing this website from the Windows operating system. This website automatically detects that and it displays the appropriate download option. Now, if you want to download VS Code for any other platforms, or if you want to have more download options, then you can click on this other platforms. You will get more download options. Here we will straight away click on this download for Windows. Now it will take us to this page and the download will begin automatically. We will wait for the download to finish. Okay, now the download is complete. If I take the cursor on this downloaded file, then I can see this download icon. If I click on that, it will open up the folder where the downloaded files are saved, generally in the downloads folder, and you guys can see the file here. In order to install Visual Studio Code, we just have to double click on this file. And here I will accept the license agreement and then click on next, and here it will display the path where Visual Studio Code will be installed. If you want, you can make a note of that, and then we will click on this next and then next, and here we will select some options. I want a desktop icon, so I will check this, and then I want to have the open with code option whenever we right click on a file or a folder, and that's why I will check these two options. And after that, register VS Code as the editor for supported files. We will check that, and also add to path, we will check that. So after that we will click on next and we will click on this install. Now it will install Visual Studio Code. We just have to wait for this process to finish. Okay, now the installation is complete. We can click on this finish. It will automatically open up the Visual Studio Code. At the same time, I will close all the folders and the browser. Now here the Visual Studio Code has been opened, and here you can select the theme that you want to use. For example, I will go with the dark modern, and then I'm gonna take my cursor here and then I will scroll down, and then I will click on this mark done. Here you can find some options to customize the settings, which you can do later if you want. Here I will click on this mark done, and now Visual Studio Code is ready to use. Now once VS Code and C++ compilers are installed in our computer, we can go ahead and we can set up the VS Code. So the first thing that I do is I will click on the start button, search for VS Code, and I will open it up. And here first I will set up a workspace for C or C++ programming. In order to do that, we will click on this file and then we will go to save workspace as. Now you can save the workspace wherever you want. Here I will save it in my desktop, and in my desktop I will create a folder and I will call it as C programming, and then I will open up this folder, and inside this C programming folder I will save the workspace and I will say C workspace. Okay, and then I will save this, and now you can see the workspace is C workspace here. Now the next thing that we do is in this workspace we will have the folders which will contain the files of a specific project, and here I will create a simple project which will contain a C program which will display hello world text to the screen, and that's why I will add a folder to the workspace To do that, I will click on this file and then I will go to add folder to workspace. And now I will go to the location where I have saved my workspace. If you remember, desktop, C programming, and here I will create a new folder. The folder name which will tell us what type of project it is. So here I will call it as hello and then I will click on this add. So now if I open up this Explorer window, we can see the C workspace and we have this hello folder. Now we can go ahead and we can create the files which can contain C or C++ programs. So here I will click on this new file icon and I will create a file with the name hello.c, and you guys can see that file has been opened here. Now before going ahead and writing a C program, we will install some extensions. So we will click on this extensions tab and here we will search for C, C++, and now we can see some extensions here with the name C, C++, and these extensions are developed by Microsoft. What we do is we will install these two extensions. So click on this install for these two extensions. One is C, C++, which will provide the IntelliSense debugging and code browsing features. And then we have this C, C++ extension pack. We will install both of these. Now you can see here, when we install these extensions, it will install some other extensions also. For example, it is also installing the C, C++ themes extension developed by Microsoft. You don't have to worry about anything. So let them install. Okay, once these extensions are installed, we will close this extensions tab and we will close the welcome window also. So now we will go ahead and we will create a simple C program. So I will include the stdio.h header file. So it will be stdio.h, and then we will have the int main function, and this int main function will return a value of 0 in the end, and this return 0 will indicate that the program terminated successfully. And then we will have a simple printf statement in here, and this statement will display hello world text to the screen. So now we will go to file and we will click on this save. At the same time, you can check this auto save option, which will automatically save your file whenever you make any modifications. So once you have written the program, the next thing is how we can run this. Now in order to run this file, if we go to the top right section, we can see this run or debug icon. If I click on that, I will see the option to run C or C++ file. If I click on that, it will ask me to select the tool chain. So we will select C, C++, gcc.exe. And once we click on that, the terminal window will be opened here. If I go to the terminal, then we can see the output of the program. So in terminal, we can see hello world, which is the output of the program. Now, one last thing that we do here is we will modify this program to take an input, and then we will display that to the screen. Now simply I will create a character array and I'm gonna call it as name, and I will specify the array size as 15 in here, and then we will use the printf function in here, and we will ask the user to enter name, and once the user will see this message, he will enter his name. We will use the scanf function and we will read the string using the %s format specifier, and we will store that in this name array. So now in this printf function, we will format the output and we will say hello and %s. Here we have to refer the name of the variable or the array, which is name. So what we have done is we have modified this program in order to take the user's name here, and this is a very simple program. We haven't checked for any array overflow or something like that. So now if I go to this top right section, I can see this run C++ file icon. If you don't see that, if you click on this down arrow, you will see this run C++ file. If you click on that, now the program will run, and here you can see enter name. I will say Anil, and now it will display the output hello Anil. So this is how we can set up the VS Code in order to write and execute C and C++ programs. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. If you have anything to say, if you face any difficulties, then write that in the comment box. I'll try to reply. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later in the next video.